Hi, and welcome back to the channel. It's true, my name is Norf, and this week I've got a question for you, and you know I love a good question. This week I'd like to know, how do you stay relevant? In a world that appears to be travelling at light speed, how is it you stay relevant, be it in your current job or the job you're looking to get? So in this week's video, I'm going to share my 5 top tips to how you can stay relevant. So if you're ready, let's get started. The first of my tips this week is simply to get your learn on. For me, I blocked out 2 hours in my working week to get my learn on. This will include things like reading articles and posts and taking online courses in my field of expertise, as well as my adjacencies. Why? To keep me at the leading edge. This drives self-investment, clearly. It also drives innovation, personal inspiration, and reinvention. I believe one of the keys to staying relevant is reinvention. And if I don't invest in my own learning, no one else will. Having this relatively small amount of time ring-fenced every week on a regular basis to learn and sharpen your skills is definitely a worthwhile investment. In today's world, you can learn anything virtually. Though I would say you probably couldn't be an astronaut virtually, or learn to be a helicopter pilot, or maybe a nurse. But you get what I mean. With the internet the way it is, there is a low barrier to gaining knowledge, assuming we have got connection to the internet. Right here on the YouTube platform is a great place to start learning anything that you want to learn. But you may require specialist knowledge, and there are great online teaching platforms to allow you to do that. Sites like Udemy, Coursera, Skillset, and Teachable are great places to learn new skills. Curated platforms like Degreed are also great places to go to. Getting your learn on is a great positive habit. So what will you do when you get your learn on? I was having a conversation with my mate Lucy from the Czech Republic this week, who made me laugh by saying, "Actually, Norf, you're right. You owe it to your work colleagues not to be boring." And she's got a point, to be fair. So with the time that you have allocated in a week, what will you learn? The second area you can remain relevant, clearly up here and potentially in here, is to read books. Now, as you know, I love books. I love thumbing through the pages of books, but I find certainly I don't have the time to read books. So for me, a great alternative is to listen to audiobooks. I could be doing something relatively mundane like washing the car or emptying the dishwasher, for example, and plug myself in and listen to an audiobook. It's a great way to consume content. You can either consume these books in the field of expertise that you're in, but one place to go would potentially be adjacent to your field of expertise. What could you learn in those adjacencies? You may find some golden nuggets that you can use in your field of expertise. Of course, it may not just be your work field of expertise, it may well be a field of interest that you hold. Tip number 3, most of us don't like to do, but actually you'll find that you'll be able to reinvent yourself and improve and innovate by taking the time to fail. Lots of people have made lots and lots of money over failures, but for me, if you look at the word fail, it simply means first attempt in learning. Failing is an opportunity to learn. These opportunities are so rich. Let's spend the time to learn from our failures. But think about the great inventors of our time. A classic, of course, is Thomas Edison. And without Thomas Edison, where did the lights go? Why am I in the dark? Thank heavens for Thomas Edison. But also fast forward to today. The likes of James Dyson. These people failed again and again and again, but they didn't give up. That is the key. To fail fast, but never ever give up. The fourth of my tips is your skill set. You would have heard me say a number of times, I believe skills are the currency for the work of tomorrow. So what skills are you going to build? Think of these skills as a Swiss Army knife, or think of your skill set as a very large toolbox. What skills are you going to put in that toolbox? We need to get into that habit of building short-term and long-term skills. But what about your medium and long-term skills and knowledge growth? You'll clearly need knowledge for the job that you're in. But what about the job that you're looking to get to? How do you build up those skills in the current role that you're in to be able to set yourself up for success for the role that you're looking to go for? The only way you can do that is by building up your skill set and your knowledge base. I believe there are two types of learning. Learning that you need to know now. Say, for example, you're trying to work on a pivot table and you need a particular formula and you don't know it, you would simply go onto the internet and find that formula. That is learning that you need to know now knowledge, if you will. The second type of learning is long-term learning. What are the skills and knowledge and strategies you need to know in your current job or potentially moving into that new role that you've been looking at? The only way to progress and reinvent yourself is simply by self-investment. Build your skill sets, build your long-term knowledge, and build those strategies, not just for now, but for the future. My fifth and final tip may be counterintuitive, but it is simply to share. Share your knowledge with a trusted person, because what you'll get in return is a perspective that I guarantee you will not have seen. Regular use of these 5 tips will ensure that you are in a state of continuous reinvention, of a growth mindset, of self-investment. It's always good to make time and space for regular learning and regular sharing of the things that you've learned. Staying relevant is a choice. Do you choose to invest in yourself? Do you choose to invest in your skill sets and your knowledge? If you choose not to, that's a very rapid road to becoming irrelevant. And frankly, no one needs that. No one at all. So the way that you can level up and remain relevant is to invest in yourself, to reinvent, to push the boundaries of your thinking. Having a growth mindset and having the time and space to continuously learn and invest and improve yourself will stand you head and shoulders above everybody else. How do you become and remain a lifelong learner? Simple. By choosing relevancy, by choosing to read, by choosing to sharpen your skill sets. I love the phrase, every day is a school day, and for me, that's a mantra that I live by. And that's it for this week. Those are my 5 tips on how you can stay relevant. The first one is clearly to get your learn on. Can you spend an hour or possibly 2 hours a week learning? If so, what are you going to learn? The second of my tips was books in your current field of interest or expertise or adjacencies. The third of my tips was to take time to fail. When you fail, what will you learn? And also remember the acronym FAIL. First attempt in learning. The fourth of my tips was building your skills, building your strategies and knowledge for learning more. Not just for the current job you're in, but maybe the role that you're looking to get next. And my fifth and final tip this week was to share. Share what you know with someone whom you trust, because I guarantee that you'll get a perspective that you will not have seen. And that's it for this week. Please do leave me a comment below. Let me know what you are currently learning. Let me know what you are currently reading. As you know, I'm a massive fan of the number 3, so if you would, please do 3 things for me. If you like the content, please do give me a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed, and also hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on when I upload brand new content to the channel. Again, thank you for choosing to spend your time here, and I'll see you next time.